So all the roof sanding is complete. The hood has been completely shaped to exactly where I want it. All the high spots are gone except for, you know, there's like this little tiny low spot right there. You can't, yeah, you can barely feel it. But I still have to put the finish coat of epoxy on it in order to make it look 100%. It's all sanded down with 36. I'll coat it with some epoxy. The one thing I'm going to wait and do is, as you can tell, here's the, let's do this without dropping it. You can see that I really bulged out the back of it a little bit. There is a slight point. You just can't see it with the sanding, but it's right there. It's all nice and smooth. It goes right to a nice little point. Gives you that little bit more bulbous area, if there's a word, I guess. So it looks a little bit more like the original, a little less likely of a steel hood. Real big, gentle curves here. They all feel pretty darn smooth. You can see the arcs are in pretty good shape. I mean, I'm going to get out of the way so you get, but I mean, you can see it. It's really shaped nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put epoxy on it today. The reason is for this. I'm going to put a coat of epoxy on it when I can sand it out within 2 hours of actually applying. That way it sets up, it's hard, but it's soft enough that it sands real fast. And I can do that with like 150. Straighten this thing out. Sorry about the table's crooked, but you can see that it's sanded out pretty good. I mean, it's all roughed in. I'm going to flip this hood over without trying to drop it on the floor or the ground. I'm going to give you a shot of the inside. And as you can tell, pretty uniformly thick on either side. The edges are pretty nice. Everything is in real good shape. I might have to put a little epoxy on the edge just to finish it out. But this needs a little bit of work, but that's not a big deal. It's underneath. But if we hold it up like this, in this position, you can see those edges are pretty darn straight. Maybe just a little bit more block sanding and the edge will be nice and straight. But the inside is nice. Don't have any real thin spots. So we're getting there. It's definitely taken longer than I anticipated. I just haven't had the time. But the one good thing is the weather's held out for me. So I can do this sanding outside and not in the garage making a huge mess. But it looks pretty, oh yeah, real quick. If we tip this hood up, you can see the glare. You can see the front of it is, this was all crooked, but I was able to sand it out and get it nice and straight. So I'm real happy with that. So even though all this shows, it'll get all covered in. There is, I probably should sand that a little bit more. I can feel this a little bit. So I'll hit that with the block 36 grit and then just knock that down. So there we go. It's getting there. I think one more coat of epoxy. I'll sand out of 150 just to make it a little bit finer. And then I'll put this hood aside until we get the frame done. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.